Full of people. Hopefully they're buying people and not just looky-loos. Today. Leaving. He's doing the brakes on the truck. Blues, like fast one. Fast one's not even here. No, your boyfriend's leaving. He's gotta go get a part. He's trying to do the rear brakes on his Denali. They're really low, and he needs, I don't know, something to you know, the caliper or something. I don't fucking know, man. I don't pretend to know. Whatever part it is that he needs so that he can brakes on the Denali. Yep, he's doing man things today, I guess. Brakes on the truck. What's going on? Um, what else? Oh yeah, he's gonna like hang some shelves and so he's gotta get some brackets and shit so he can hang some shelves in the garage. Um, right. It's a fucking fall day in Minnesota, don't you know? So it's not warm, but it's not cold. It's that kind of in between. Yeah, it was or some shit like that when we got up. 27. Yeah, case of that in the fridge. Don't worry. He's already got his premium. He loves that fucking premium beer. Heck. You know, the coffee maker doesn't. Oh, it did hit the brew button, didn't I? Did I? Yeah. WD-40 on the thumbs. Yeah, I didn't even see that. I mean, I saw the message, but I didn't even get to read it before it was like, delete it. He actually got up early. He usually doesn't get up till like 9 or 10 on the weekends, but he got up early this morning. We went to the gym and did a little house cleaning. Move if you can't see. Like, that away. Is that better? Is that much more besta? Um, where's Chromicorn? Following me around the house. One of my AirPods, it fell out of my ear and fell into a little puddle of water. So I think that's the problem with that one. There's the Chromicorn. So the move here has been a transition. Like I said, look at her. She's been a little stressed with the move. Oh, this was like forever ago. This was back when I was still hauling equipment that happened. Chromie. Chromie. So yeah, what's it been, like 3 weeks since I've been live? I think. I wasn't live last weekend because we had the girls. Went to the pumpkin patch. And the weekend before that, I don't remember what the fuck was going on. It was something. But yeah. They've been here a couple of weeks. They're kind of adapting. What's going on, meow pants? What you got going on here? Did you lick all that fur out? You're just gonna cover it up and pretend like it's not there? Yeah. No, I did not forget about you guys. In all honesty, I am kind of struggling with the adaptation to non-trucking life. So, there's that. Oh yeah, go make a sale. Go make a sale. I know. You and I need to have a conversation about a negotiation plan for me. I definitely miss being in the truck all the time. I mean, not like over the road, but I miss driving my truck. And I don't know how cut out I am for regular job life. I know that. I know that trucking didn't make me, but I also wasn't going to let it break me, and it kind of sort of was. So, I thought we'll just park the truck for a while and kind of figure out what I'm going to do, what direction I want to go. I'm definitely not cut out for regular work life. I feel like I need more freedom, or I need more regulation, or I need less regulation with my schedule, I guess you could say. You know, because regular jobs, you have to be there every day at 8 or 9 or whatever time you go to work. I think I prefer the freedom of deciding loosely what time like you have a load time, you have a delivery time. I get that. I'm okay with that. But the time in between, I think I need more freedom in that area, or something. Because I'm not gonna lie, this being home every day is great. I love that part. Being able to go to the gym every day is great. I love that part. What's up, fast one? But I think it's the time in between, the time between when most people go to work and most people get off work. I think I need more freedom in that time, if that makes sense. Like with how I dictate my day, or how I regulate my day, or I don't know. I can't explain it. I think only other truck drivers understand what it is that I'm trying to say. Well, yes, more freedom, but I'm not saying like I want to be back over the road. I don't mean that kind of freedom. Oh, the neighbor's dog's in our yard because Chrome was over in his yard earlier. What in the hell does that mean, fast one? Oh, no, definitely not. I'm talking about my work life. So, like, with regular jobs, you go to work and you get there at 8 or 9 or 7 or whatever your schedule says. And then you're there all day. You're there and you do whatever it is that you do for a living. Do I have a son? I have 3 of them. And when you're trucking, you have a start time and you have a load time, you have delivery time, but what you do in the middle is where you have your freedom. So I feel like regular jobs, you don't have control over what's in the middle. You start at 8 and you get off at 4, and you do what they tell you to do in the middle. As where in trucking, let's say you load at 8 and you have to deliver at 4, you're in charge of how fast you drive or which route you take or all of that. I think that's that freedom that I'm missing, or I'm craving, or some sort of, there's control in there that you have, that when you work a job, that is one of the cons of a 9 to 5 is you show up at 9 and you do what they tell you to do until 5 and then you go home. So, yeah, I don't know. That's where my struggle is. But I definitely want to be home every day. And I definitely want to make it to the gym every day. And so we are in the process of planning out some kind of negotiations. For me, the only con to running my truck local is not having employer paid benefits. No medical, no dental, no vision, no 401k. Like, I have great benefits where I work now. I have fantastic medical, dental, vision, 401k, accidental death and dismemberment, all of that. I have great benefits. And the job is easy. The job is way easy. It's enjoyable. The people I work with are super nice. I mean, I really like everybody there. I like being there. I just don't like I don't know. It's so hard to explain. You're new. Oh, welcome. Thanks for showing up today. I just spilled coffee on my floor. I literally just cleaned the damn floor, too. Swept it, Swiffered it, mopped it. Just spilled coffee on it. Ugh. Damn it. Damn it all to hell. You can have all that in a personal truck. Well, I'm not trying to pay $500 a month for insurance. That's freaking ridiculous. Why would I pay $500 a month for insurance when I don't even go to the doctor? See my point? Like, if I went to the doctor, if I had a medical condition or something like that, I could see the need for the benefits. But I literally just went to the doctor for the first time in 5 years, by the way. Had all my old lady checkups done, the mammogram and the blood work to check my hormone levels, because I'm of age for menopause and all that shit. And everything's fine. My thyroid's fine. I'm officially an old lady. But mammogram's fine. Like, all that stuff's fine. So what do I need insurance for? I don't have to go back to the doctor, for a while, right? So what's the point? I literally have not been an employee I first started driving truck. I was an employee for about 1.5 years, but I had all the freedom of driving truck. And I worked for myself prior to becoming a truck driver. So again, I had all that freedom. So, yeah, we're trying to figure it out. So for all my truck driver friends that are in here, let's say you were going to haul a load, 100 miles, local load, 100 miles out, 100 miles back, 1 load a day, 5 days a week, so 20 loads. Realistically, What would be your required monthly minimum to do that? 100 miles out, 100 miles back, one trip a day, 20 loads a month. What would be your required minimum per month to do that? This is a multi-part question, so I'm waiting. What is your required monthly minimum to haul 20 loads, 200 miles round trip? Go. There's only 12 of you in here. I think Fast One's probably the only truck driver. Well, do the math. Like insurance, maintenance, fuel. Come on. It's not that hard. What do you average? $1,000 a week in fuel? 800 to 1,000 a load? It's 96 miles each way. Local work, home every night. Literally, it's 3 hours of drive time per day. What is your minimum monthly requirement? 20 loads a month. So you're working 5 days a week. If I was over the road, definitely. 800 to 1,000 a load. I mean, if I was gonna, drive more than 200 miles, yes. It doesn't matter if you're living in a house or an apartment. I'm asking you something very simple, very basic. To operate your truck, to cover your insurance, your fuel, all of our trucking expenses, maintenance, whatever you plan in for your maintenance, and you're going to run 200 miles a day, 5 days a week for 20 loads. What would you need a month? Would you need $8,000 a month for very minimal work? Would you need $12,000 a month? So you need $25,000 a month to run 3 hours a day. 360. What do you mean 360? I'm not turning around. This is not a let me be your puppet so you can sexualize me live. Wrong live. Yeah, 3 hours. Hour and a half out, hour and a half back. $96 miles out, 96 miles back. 5 days a week. Thank you, Fast One. That's all you're going to work. 5 days a week. So basically you're driving 15 hours a week. Yes, my truck is paid for. I own my truck outright. Basically, the only thing I have to pay for on my truck is obviously maintenance, which everything's up to date right now. Like I need to do an overhead, but it doesn't matter what state you live in.
Correct, correct. That's why I'm saying that. So I'm trying to get other truck drivers ideals. I'm in the process of getting ready to negotiate a deal. So I'm trying to see, you know, where everybody else is at industry wise. Um, 96 miles out, 96 miles back, one load a day. So that's 20 loads a month because you're only working 5 days a week. It's 3 hours a day. Truck's paid for. The only thing I have to pay for is obviously yearly IFTA, or sorry, yearly 2290, fuel, insurance, and obviously maintenance. But that's pretty minimal considering the wear and tear I'll be putting on the truck is also very minimal. I'll be at home every day, be able to go to the gym every day, be able to sleep in my bed, which I could care less if it's my truck bed or my house bed as long as I'm sleeping next to Mr. Unicorn. Um, eat dinner every night, eat breakfast every morning, actually have like some sort of semblance of normalcy. So what would you want the truck to make monthly to cover expenses as well as pay you so you could, you know, try to be at a minimum of $800 a day, but you'd probably go to 500 to 600 a day. Well, I don't live a very expensive lifestyle. Like literally, I have a $200 a month car payment. So, I would say my monthly expenditure bill-wise, personal, is probably not more than $2,500 a month. So, let's say your lifestyle was cost you $2,500 a month. I spilled coffee on my vape. The only one who's even answering me is Jason. Thank you for your input, Jason. I appreciate it. Clearly, Fast One's just dancing around the question because he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe Fast One just says he's a truck driver and he's not. You would consider trying to build a nest egg for the future. Well, that's always the plan, of course. Of course. Like, I try to keep my expenses as low as possible for the simple fact that that leaves more money for me to put back into the truck versus, having to, I have to make, $15,000 every week or, some people have very expensive lifestyles. They have expensive car payments. They have expensive house payments. I don't have an expensive house payment, none of that stuff. So, like I said, my lifestyle costs me about $2,500 a month. I keep it all very, very simple, very low budget wise because trucking's expensive. And I would much rather be able to put the money into the truck so I can paint the truck and I can redo my interior because I'm trying to make it a show truck. Anyways, so if I keep my household and my lifestyle costs as low as possible, that obviously allots me more money to put towards the truck. So, yeah, we've been trucking for 23 years. We've seen a lot of changes in the last 23 years too. What's up, Dale? But that was always like, even when I was getting ready, like I was like, I want to buy a truck. I I want to be an owner operator. I want to own a 379. I was like, okay, chop, chop, chop. I don't need this subscription. I don't need that subscription. I need to curb back my legging addiction, you know, all of that stuff. So I brought my expenses down as low as humanly possible. I mean, I could get rid of my car, and that would take out the car insurance and the car payment, which would be really nice, but, you know, it would be really bad for my credit because it is finance. So, you know, that's not really an option right now. But you see what I'm saying. Keep the expenses low. So I have basically the bare minimum for a lifestyle. And then everything else is put into savings for the truck. That's why I'm asking, like, what would your idea be? Oh. You know, for a monthly for 20 loads at, you know, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8, for 1,000 miles a week. I mean, if you base it on mileage, okay, so it's what is that, 1,000 miles a week? So if you base it on mileage, and you say even numbers, $2 a mile, that's $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month, right? That's going to cover fuel. That should technically cover everything else because the wear and tear is so minimum. I can see your comments, fast one. I haven't done anything as far as like reefer or dry van in the last 2 years, so I don't even know what the rates are in that area. I don't even know if they're $2 a mile at this point. So that's why I'm asking everybody. You drive a refrigerated truck in Charlotte? Okay, cool. This is a truck driver question that I've been asking. And I think Jason is the only one who's actually answered. Okay, so let's say you have the opportunity to drive 96 miles from pickup to delivery and 96 miles back. Okay, so it's 200 miles a day, right? 5 days a week. It's literally 3 hours a day that you're working. So 5 days a week, that's 20 loads a month. What would be the minimum that you would need in order to do that? Okay, 10,000. Thank you for coming to an actual answer, fast one. Also with that information, my truck is paid off. I don't have a truck payment, so all I have to pay is fuel. I have to pay my $22.90. I gotta pay insurance, obviously, and maintenance. So, and my lifestyle, my home lifestyle is literally like, I don't know, maybe I spend $2,500 a month on bills. So, I'm trying to get other drivers' opinions on if you were only going to do that. What's up, Mr. Unicorn? Phil popped off for a second. He had people in his driveway that he was selling shit to. Rates are definitely low. You do local belly dump in the summer, which pays the truck hourly, and then some OTR in the winter, flatbed and RGN. Okay. So I'm wanting to be home every day. I want to sleep next to my Mr. Unicorn every night. I want to eat dinner with him. I want to have breakfast with him. I want to have a somewhat normal life. How much would it be in fuel? I don't know exactly. Like, I think my truck, well, hauling flatbed, my truck gets like 6.5 in a flatbed. So this is going to be probably reefer dry van. So again, future bills too. Well, again, okay, retirement and funeral. So I don't think like that. I just, you know, when I die, and it's whatever. It's not my problem anymore. It's the luxury of having kids. It's now their problem, not mine. So, like I said, my household expenditure is probably about $2,500 a month. Truck's paid off. I have minimal bills I have to pay on the truck, other than fuel and the required insurance and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's good. Well, like I said, that's pulling a flatbed, six and a half. When I pull a van, it's literally like five and a half. So I'm not even going to be using a full tank of fuel every week. If you think about it, it's 1,000 miles. I can go even in a van. I can do 1,000 miles on a full tank, on a full fill up. I got to, so I don't burden my family. If you knew more about my family, you'd understand why I don't care. Um, what are they gonna do with me? I don't care. They go feed me the fucking fish. I don't care. It's just, this is my vehicle that I am in for this time that I am on the planet. This is not who I am. This is just my vehicle. Who I am, my essence, my soul, my what makes me me is not of the physical. So I really don't care what happens to my physical body. Let's see, your belly, you're at 4.8 to 5. Yeah, you get 5.5 to 6. Yeah. So it's not percentage pay. What we're trying to figure out is I'm trying to negotiate like a monthly rate for X number of loads to one specific place. So we're going to be going from Minnesota to Wisconsin. It's 96 miles from one place to the next. So we're trying to figure out like 20 loads a month. No big deal. What? 1,000 miles a week. That's one tank of fuel. What's fuel now? Well, I hold what? I hold 150, 385. I hold 385. Oh, you're from Minnesota, Jason? Nice. St. Cloud to Hudson, so it's a 96-mile trip. It's 385, it's $4 a gallon. It's roughly like 800 bucks for fuel. So 800 bucks a week for fuel. 4 weeks, 8 times 4 is what? 32? Something like that. I have no idea where that is. From Cincinnati to Louisville, he gets $700 for a round trip. How far is Cincy from Cincy to Louis? Muscle Nader, yes. Robocorn, Mr. Unicorn. He had to go out and get a part. He's doing the brakes on the Denali. So he needs a thing to compress the caliper. Fuck, I don't fucking know what it is, man. The fast one said something to you, sweetie. He said Muscle Nader was here. Cincy to Louisville is roughly $100. Okay, so he gets, what you say, $700 a load? What's he hauling? Because this is going to be a van load. I'm not sure if it's dry van or reefer, but it's a van load. It's definitely not a flatbed load. $236 miles round trip. Gotcha. Well, this is actually going to be under 200 round trip. They'll now drop their rates even more. Whatever. He hauls buns and a reefer. Why has he got refrigerated bread? That's interesting. Well, then again, I'm not even going to say that because when I worked at Schuster, I said, oh, that's fucking light as shit. 17,000 pounds? Guy hardly uses any fuel. 2% of the load and a daily rate, and you deliver produce. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Produce sucks. I know, I know. As soon as I said, why is he hauling bread in a reefer, I remembered that I've picked up Thomas English muffins and they have to be flippin' refrigerated, even though they're not refrigerated at the store. But yeah, okay, so whatever. Um, I don't even know why you would haul bread in a reefer up here in the winter anyways, because it's so damn cold, but whatever. You work for White Castle. Huh, okay. That makes sense. Well, that's not too bad. And you said you get paid $700 round trip. So let's say you were going to do 5 loads a week. What would be so what's that? 7 times 5, that's 3,500. What if you didn't have to pay for fuel? What would you do it for? Dale, if you didn't have to pay for fuel, let's say they paid for fuel and you were doing 1 load a week, what would you do it for? Well, that's you, fast one. I need time for the gym. I need time to be domesticated, okay? I have a Mr. Unicorn I choose to take care of. I like cooking. God, I like being domesticated. I'm sorry, guys. But I do. I like cooking. I like doing dishes. I like taking care of him. And yes, I have to work out. Yes, Jim. I have to have at least an hour, at the absolute minimum, an hour a day in the gym. The closer we get to competition, it's going to ramp up. It's going to be an hour and a half, 2 hour minimums. So this is why we're in this process of trying to negotiate something where this is what we do, you know. So I'm just trying to figure out from Dale what if he didn't have to pay for fuel, what would be the minimum he would do it for? No, probably not loaded, I can't say for sure. Some of them would be loaded down and some of them would be empty back or even bobtail back, because these are power only loads. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Power only, so I don't have any sort of like trailer payments or anything like that. So let's say it's run down, either empty back or bobtail back. I'm not changing the rules. I said this was there was multiple questions in this. The first question was, what do you get for a 100-mile trip doing 5 trips a week? That was the original question. What would you get a month at 5 trips a week for 100 miles each way? That was the original. Now the next question is, if you didn't have to pay for fuel. Because Dale says he makes $700 for a round trip of 236 miles. So it's $3,500 a week. Yeah. So he gets $3,500 a week if he did 1 trip a day. Now take out the cost of fuel. We're in the process of negotiating a deal. Well, we're going to try to negotiate a deal. So we're trying to come up with a few possible negotiations. So yeah, it takes about $1,000 off the table. So without having to pay for fuel. So I'm trying to put out the least amount of money and make the most amount of money. Do you see what I'm saying here? Work the least amount of hours, make the most amount of money with the least amount of overhead. I mean, isn't that the ideal life anyways? Hello. It's the American way. You're right, it is. It is. Um, I want to have my cake and eat it too. God damn it, I'm a woman. Don't you guys expect that type of behavior from me? Come on now, don't act like you don't know. Um so work smarter, not harder. You were right, Dale. You were 100% right. Um I know that's why living got so expensive. But what do you mean Boeing's having the problems they're having? What problems is Boeing having? I don't pay attention to the news, so fill me in. Oh, the mechanical failures. I don't know shit about it, guys. I don't know shit about it. Minnesota's horrible for the cost of Minnesota. So I did some research a couple years back. And when it comes to cost of living, if 100 is the average across the board for cost of living, oh, the machinists are on strike at Boeing. Oh, that sucks. I am not getting a smaller truck. I'm not getting a day cab truck. You guys realize that I rebuilt the motor in that truck. And what was it, the end of 21? So basically, starting in 22, the beginning of 22, I started out with a brand new motor. It was a out of frame rebuild, platinum rebuild with a new block. We are not selling the truck. And starting all over and having those kinds of fucking things that we got to deal with again. The truck's at a point now where it doesn't need shocks, it doesn't need airbags, it doesn't need brakes, it doesn't need. Okay, so we're not selling it and starting over with something that needs everything. Now you guys got me all off track. God damn it. Oh, yes, cost of living. So if 100 is the average across the board, okay? 100 is the average. Minnesota is like 120. So it's a little above. So Minnesota is, or if 100 is average, Minnesota is at 120. So Minnesota is above the average cost of living. Arizona is like at 70 or 80, which means they're below average cost of living. And where cost of living is low, poverty is high. Do I use truck brokers or load boards? A company that I originally bought my truck from, the company that I was originally leased to, they have a brokerage, and I am going to try to negotiate a deal with them. I don't know about Maine. You'd have to look it up. I looked it up on my own because I was curious. I am not here to do what you guys want me to do. I am not your puppet to puppeteer, and I'm not going to sell myself for money. So you are on the wrong live. Please go somewhere else. Anyways. Yes. Did you guys hear that? I live out in the country now, and it is harvest time. Obviously, if you can't tell, it is grain season. So, anyways, you lost a lot of contracts delivering into Black Mountain in Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah, I bet. I'm sure you did. Um, that where you were at. What do you mean? What do you mean, Dale? Yeah, you guys heard that Jake break? I'm currently not working with anybody. I want to try to negotiate a deal where I can obviously do as little work as possible, so that I have time to go to the gym and work towards achieving my other goals, as well as be able to be back in the truck and do what it is that I love to do. So that's why we're having this conversation. No, it's not 5F. 5F only works with owner operators now. They don't actually lease anybody on. That's why I'm not leased to them anymore. They created their platform, and that's why I was leased to them and promoting for them was to ramp up and get the word out about what it was that they did. So it's not 5F, although I do miss them, and that was a wonderful job, and I love that job. They do a lot of drayage now, which is like final mile type stuff. Are the loads coming out of the brewery? I don't think so. Although that wouldn't be bad, loading out of a Cold Spring Brewery and going down to Hudson, Wisconsin. I used to be OTR. I'm trying to actually go. Right now, I'm not even driving truck. I still have my truck. I still own my truck. I'm working a normal person job. And while the job is easy and the place is nice and the benefits are wonderful and it's very ideal for some people, it's not ideal for me. So I was saying earlier, showing up at 8 or 9 or whatever time you go to work and then being told what to do between then and whatever time you're scheduled to get off is not really ideal for me. While I don't mind having a load time and an unload time, being in control of what happens in the middle is something that I think I need for my own sanity, my own mental health, my own peace of mind. So it's why I'm getting ideas from people what would be their bare minimum in the situation where, let's say you haul 5 loads a week. It's you haul it down, you come back either bobtail or empty. What would be the bare minimum? It's 96 miles out, 96 miles back. Job means over broke. I don't think it's for me. Yeah, I used to work for FedEx, and that was miserable. Absolutely miserable. I went to work at the same time every day. I got in the same truck at the same time every day. Backed into the same trailer at the same time every day. To back into the same door at the same time every day. To drive less than 30 miles. To back into the same door to deliver. To go back to the same location, back into the same door at the same time, unload, and then back the trailer into the spot at the same time every day. So, I worked for FedEx Express. So I ran from the airport to the facilities to deliver the containers, which it's a fine job, but I at the time I wanted to drive more than 30 miles a day. Secondarily, I don't like going to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, so there's that too. Repetitive work's great for people with OCD. Absolutely, you're 100% right. I don't care if I load at the same time every day and unload at the same time every day, but I need to drive more than 30 miles a day. Um, Especially when I'm getting paid by the hour. So when I was at FedEx Express, I was getting paid by the hour, and I worked 5 hours a day, you know? So that didn't work. Belly stuff, fair amount. I don't want to work 10 to 14 hours a day. Mm-mm. That's part of the reason I don't haul equipment anymore. I was working 47 to 50 hours a week. I want to have time to have a life at home. There's no point in being home every day just to come home, take a shower, go to bed, and get up and go to work the next morning. That's not a life. That's not a life at all. Hell no, I'm not going to do quick trip tanker driver. No. I would never be a local package courier delivery person. This is why I'm asking the question about running my truck 100 miles out, 100 miles back. Yeah. $10 hours, 16 stops. Blech. No way. If I'm gonna work 12 to 14 hours a day, I might as well be out on the road. Like, you know what I mean? Because if I'm gonna work that much, there's no point in being home because you're not even enjoying the time that you're home. And then when you are home on the weekends, you're so goddamn tired on the weekends that you don't want to do anything. So, you know, there's a happy medium. There's a happy medium. Don't get me wrong. I would drive more than 200 miles in a day and be home local. I would totally do that. 796 miles, what's that equate to per mile? It's 180, 180, 192 miles. What does that equate to? That's somebody do the math. Ooh, schools and Dollar General and restaurants. I bet getting in them Dollar General parking lots are a pain in the dick. Fuck that. Don't you haul produce? Isn't that what you said? You haul produce? I'm high maintenance, you guys. I am super high maintenance. I want a tow truck driver. That would be cool, but I also am aware of the situations I would be in, and I'm not okay being in a tow truck with some random dude. Why did your grandfather work 60 hours a week for 40 plus years and always seem happy? Because that's what he was content doing. I have $7.29 a mile one way. Holy shit. I haven't seen $7 a mile freight in forever. Just bring a tool if I get your drift. Yeah, I'm not trying. No. No thanks. No. Get Muscle Nader to run a tow truck with you, so it's not a random guy. Right? Like I said, I'm high maintenance, okay? I need my gym time. Yeah, $700 load for 100 miles. Yeah, you're right, it is. You're right. I was not doing the math appropriately. I'm just trying to do what I love to do, which is drive truck in a fashion that I like to do it, which I have been able to do before in the past. And have time to go to the gym. So I'll figure it out. I was just trying to get an across the board idea of what other people would do it for. So I'm not aiming too high, because God knows I'm definitely not going to shoot too low. Because that is not how I work. The short roll power only seems to be the better. Yes, exactly. And this is going to be a power only load. So I don't have any trailer payments. I don't have any trailer rent. I don't have anything to do with anything regarding the trailer. But I do want to try to negotiate something where I don't have to pay for fuel. You know, I am monetized. Get me more famous. I am monetized because it's available to me. That was never a plan. That was never like, oh, I'm going to do this so that I can get followers, so that I can get monetized. That just happened with me being who I am. And I don't want to have to be somebody that I'm not in order to become a full-time content creator. Does that make sense? That's not me being true to myself or my life. So, thank you for what, Jim? What did I say? Did I miss something? She doesn't want to be part of the Illuminati. Oh, for not selling out to YouTube. Yeah, I just, 500 a load would put 520 a mile one way. If you can get fuel paid for, that's probably where you'd be at if paying your own fuel. Huh. You'd be at a minimum of 700 a load. Copy that. Yeah, this November 5th. I have two choices, yeah. So my goal was never to be monetized on any platform. It happened. So I accept it, like, oh, I'm gonna make money being who I am. Cool, great. That's like extra added icing on the cake. That's like a bonus. I don't count on that money. I don't even calculate that money into my income, because some months it's really great and some months it's not. And if I become dependent on that money, then I'm more aware of how I make videos and what I make and when I post and so on and so forth. And I don't want to be consumed by social media. Social media because to me it's fun. It's fun to do these lives and have these conversations and get other people's input and insights and things like that. And I'm not going to make it a job. I'm not going to do anything like that so that I don't enjoy it anymore, if that makes sense. Give my channel a makeover. My channel's me and who I am. And if people like me, great. And if they want to watch my videos, and, great. And if they, want to subscribe to my memberships, great. And if they don't, that's great. And that's just where I'm at with that. I am on social media for entertainment, correct? I am on social media for information, yes. And that's where it is. That's beginning, middle, and end of it. So if you find my content to be entertaining, sweet. I'm glad you like it. If you find my content to be lackluster or boring, that's sweet too, because I don't care. I appreciate everybody who shows up and engages with me. But the people who show up and hate on me, I don't care either. So, you know, it is what it is. I am me always. Cool. Go. No, we're not going blonde. Um, and I'm not gonna put lights in the background. You just come to look at my tattoos. Fast one, he would never make me choose between social media and him. He understands that social media is something that I do for fun, but it is not who I am. You like the tattoos on my fingers? You like my fucking truckin'? So that would, fast one, him making me choose between like him and social media would be like me asking him to choose between his Harleys and snowmobile and me. Like that's silly. Anybody who gives you an ultimatum or makes you choose, you should definitely not choose the person who's asking you to choose. Just saying. That's my theory on it. I also don't do ultimatums. I don't give people ultimatums, and I sure in the hell, yes, he has a snowmobile, and I sure in the hell don't deal with ultimatums. Accept me for me, or don't. Those are your options. So I think I found a great dude. But again, there are women that dated him prior to me who think that he's a POS. So again, it's a matter of perception, and it's a matter of compatibility. We make time and we make things, we make time and we make importance for people, places, and things that we find of value. You know what I mean? So there are probably things that he has done for me that he's not done for anybody else. And that is probably because he sees a value in me. Just like I have done things for him that I wouldn't have done for anybody else because they weren't of value. Best of luck with getting the deal done. Oh, yeah, gotta quit being lazy and get some things done around the house. Well, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate your input, definitely. I am going to work on this deal, and if it works out, you guys will definitely hear about it, that's for sure. Do and pay for everything, and yeah, well, I mean, that's always, I don't really know. I don't ask too much about his past relationships. You know why? Because they don't concern me. His previous relationships were his previous relationships, and he was a version of himself in those relationships based upon the situation. Just like I've been versions of myself in past relationships and past jobs and past things because that's who I needed to be, or that's what I needed to do, or that's where I was at in my life. So, yeah. Correct. You cannot go on somebody else's perception. You can only go on your own. So, you know, just because maybe he didn't make a concession for them, but he does for me, well, you know, it is what it is. People change. And we are constantly growing and evolving and becoming better versions of ourselves if you're doing life right. And that's all you can do in life. You know, all you can do is live and learn and try not to make the same mistakes over and over, and that's all there is. And if the person's not worth it, then you're not going to do it. Like I had always said, I'm never coming off the road. Well, I happened to meet him at a time in my life where my over the road life was very taxing on me. And I was actually contemplating coming off of the road prior to meeting him. And then that was just the icing on the cake. Like, well, I've been contemplating it, so if I do it, I do now have somebody that I can spend my time with. You see what I'm saying? So we're in different places in our life at different times, and we have different ideals and different things like that. I did not focus on what my future was going to be like with him. He doesn't look at my past either. My past is my past, and I can't change it. I can't go back. So what's the point? He needed to stop dating the Edina women. You're so funny. Why not blonde? I've been blonde before in my past, and my hair is extremely dark, and so when the blonde grows out, it's no bueno. Secondarily, you see how long my hair is? My hair is never this long when I'm blonde. So, um, most tend to do, yeah. No, I did not get defensive. In today's society, many women believe that men should take care of them and they want a man to do man jobs, but then they want a man to be under their thumb. So it's like those bitches be crazy because you can't expect a man to be a bitch boy and be at your beck and call, but then expect him to do man things. So that's where I'm at with that. I like my hair better dark as well. When I was in my clubbing days. When I was in my 20s and early 30s, I was platinum blonde, yes. And that's not who I am anymore. Women with tattoos is all you got. Because they have all the trauma and are easy. Wow. Everybody has trauma, though. Everybody has trauma. Trauma, the level of your trauma is a matter of your perception. All you go for is copy that. How's everything going? It's going all right, Travis. Everybody has trauma. Men, women, children, adults, grandparents, everybody has trauma. Your traumas are a perception of the things that happen to you. Rich people have trauma too. It doesn't seem like trauma to us, but to them it's trauma. So everybody has trauma. Everybody has chaos. Everybody has turmoil. That's called life. So not everybody is easy to manipulate. People who don't know who they are, they don't know what they want, they don't know their value, they don't know their boundaries, they don't have a inkling of anything about themselves. Yeah, they're easy to manipulate. But if you spend the time alone with yourself and think about who you are and who you've been and what's happened to you and how you reacted then and what you've learned from it and how you've grown and how you'd react now versus how you reacted then, yeah, it become really hard to manipulate at that point because you learned who you are and what you want and where you're going and what you're doing with your life. You think you're still alone because you used to be a dog? Oh, lost all of them. But you're at peace and quiet. You know what? We've all been bad people in our life. We've all done dumb things. We've all been worse versions of ourselves. But those things that you did, you've been able to reflect back upon and realize what you did. And honestly, I wasn't looking for anybody when I found Mr. Unicorn. I created a tender to do a podcast to talk about how the dating scene is and how men talk to women in the dating scene. And I was doing it with Stogie, and he had a tender as well, and he would talk about how women talk to men. And it was a kind of a podcast about how men and women interact with each other in the dating scene. And I just happened to meet Mr. Unicorn. I had no intentions. I had over 9,999 plus people who liked me and were like messaging me and commenting and all of this stuff. And he is the one that I found. He is the one that I interacted with who didn't treat me like everybody else. He treated me like a person, like a human being. He actually talked to me. He didn't talk to what I look like. He didn't sexualize me. He didn't objectify me. He like actually genuinely wanted to get to know me as a person. And I thought, okay, well, let's see how this goes. And I did. And here we are. I wasn't looking. And I found him. Just so you know. I look like I'm ready for battle. Unicorn battle, is that what you're saying? I don't know if I was a queen in a past life. I've not had a past life reading. That thing is the reason that took me where you am now, seeking the purpose in your life. We should all seek purpose in our life, you know? I mean, life is meaningless if you are not seeking for better. Ah, I'm beautiful. Thanks, babe. Mr. Unicorn said I'm beautiful, guys. Just in case you didn't know, Mr. Unicorn's here. I wasn't looking and I got hit by a Harley. He's not a sweet talker. He's just honest. He is not the kind of guy that showers me with compliments all day and every day. He is the kind of guy that can see when I'm struggling, and he acknowledges it, and he has a conversation with me because he pays attention to me. Hey, what up, girl? Anyways, he pays attention to me. He is Flexitron. He's actually, Phil has named him Robocorn. He's being honest with his sweet talking. He's always honest with me. He's probably one of the first people I've ever met in my life that actually pays attention. He doesn't notice everything, but nobody does. I don't play any sports. But when it matters, you know what I mean? That's when he is aware. All the little minor things, I don't care. Like, we were at the gym today, working out, and I switched to a different machine, and I was just kind of sitting there, and I was in my head about some stuff. And he literally came over and checked on me and gave me a hug, and it was like, he is shredded, I know. And you know, literally talked to me and was like, what's going on with you? What's wrong? Like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm physically fine. And then, you know, we had this short little conversation in between our workouts, like in between our sets and our reps and stuff. That's what I mean. Like, that's the stuff that's important. Everything else doesn't matter. So I got swimmer shoulders. I just worked shoulders in the gym today. This one's, we're really working on this one. This one is the one that was bothering me really bad when I was hauling equipment. That's why. You're from Miami. Oh, fast one's down in Florida. You moved to the country in Charlotte. Everything I need. You're just missing your country girl. You'll find her, trust me. His presence says gentle giant. Yes, he is a gentle giant. That's for sure. Fast one. He's my gentle giant. My mom lives in Hickory, actually, Anthony. Mr. Unicorn and I were out there in September at the end of September for the Mayberry Truck Show. I don't know where Fast One is in Florida, but I know he's a Floridian. So, you know, you guys can have a little conversation. Yes, I will tell them your shoe size too, but I don't know what it is. Where am I from? Well, I came from my mom. Well, my family will tell you I crawled out from underneath a rock. I actually came from my mom. Yep. Well, you're not from Florida. I said you live there. Broward County. I don't know anything about any of that stuff. You lived in Fort Lauderdale. You were born and raised in Miami. Huh. So, yeah. Yeah, I said you're a Floridian. I said you live there. I didn't say where. I just said you live there. I didn't say you were born there. I just said you're a Floridian. I don't know. I've only been to Florida a few times. once for a truck, twice to do a truck show, and a couple other times begrudgingly just because the load paid so well. So, yeah. Whatever. You live in Florida, don't you, fucker? I'm pretty sure Fast One lives in Florida because he's always down there, so I just presume he lives there. Or maybe he just lives wherever his truck is parked. What's up, Chuck? It's been a while having family issues, but you're glad. Well, I'm glad you stopped in. Peterbilt Queen is here. I don't know why she's not talking to me, man. Feet Finder's watching your live. No. You can't even see my foot. Or at least I can't see it. There's writing all over the top of it, so. No. I know, they have all kinds of crazy, things that kill you out in Florida in the, yeah. You moved out of Florida 3 years ago, it got too expensive? Yeah. Seriously, you hunt pythons and you get paid? What? No, thank you. Those fucking things can eat people. They get so big. No. No. Nope. No thanks. I'll stick to driving truck up here. You eat iguanas and gators? Okay. Oh, you called him Mr. Rob. It's supposed to be Mr. Unicorn, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to say negative to the eating of snake and alligator. But, you know, to each their own. Oh, you'll call him Mr. Unicorn when we're in the Just Married car? Oh, Rob is Mr. Unicorn. He's also a moderator. Will that be my Mr. Unicorn? So he's out running errands. He's got to go get some part to fix the brakes, or he's changing the brakes on the Denali, so he's got to get a part to do that, or whatever. Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you? Come on. Come on. Thank you. And he's got to get brackets because he's going to hang shelves in the garage. So, you know, what's up? You haven't seen me in a while. Does it say that you're eating tacos cruising on I-40 eastbound with a load of lettuce? Murder mittens. Yes. Yes. We got the old murdery mittens here. She does want her cuddle. She's purring. Are you percolating? Yeah. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Yeah, we got murder mittens. So, what does this say? Would I take a pay cut to be able to drive a really nice truck? They are out of Denver and you just ran to California and back. It'd be about $700 pay cut. I don't know. It depends on what your lifestyle requires. I mean, can you afford a $700 pay cut? Oh, Reno, Oklahoma. Oh, you were asking him if he's passed it. Yes, she's a Russian blue. No, she's good out of the truck. No, she's not a cat from Pet Cemetery. She's a Sweetums. Where's my baby girl? Where's my baby kitty? That's my baby kitty. She's way too sweet to be the cat from Pet Cemetery. Yeah, that's my kitty pants. Oh, look, we got Chrome. We got little jealous bones here. Hi, Bubby. Is you jelly? Is you being jelly? remember you said she's, oh, well, now that she's here and it's me and Mr. Unicorn and the pets, and she doesn't have to deal with Krampus, my brother's evil cat. Um, she actually is much sweeter, much sweeter, and much happier. So she's just a little kitty cat loaf hanging out, being a little kitty cat loaf. Ow, 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 ow. Can you keep your fingernails out of my leg, please? That's Smokey's sister, Smokey from Stuart Little. I don't recall. I don't think I've seen it. Where's my husband? He's out running errands. He's actually in my life, so you better mind your manners, because, just saying. Yeah. Kitty. Oh, purr. Her's a happy little meal pants. See, now she can sit in my lap and stare out the window. That's really what it is. That's the only reason she wants to sit in my lap, is because she can stare out the window from sitting in my lap. That is a matter of perception. I hear Jake brakes. Oh, there goes that grain truck coming back by. I don't know. What do you consider officially moved in? Am I here all the time? Oh, yeah, see, he says I am officially moved in. I am here every day. Like, I don't go to my house at all anymore, even though some of my stuff is still at my house. So if you're counting all of my stuff being moved out of my house and being moved in here as official, then by that standard, no. But do I go home to my house anymore? No. So I'm here all the time. So by my standard, that means I moved in here. Just saying. He's fucking stuck with me. Well, I don't think I'm bringing all my stuff. Your perception of somebody being a single cat lady as being a loser is merely that. It is your perception. There are people on this planet who don't have any desire to be in relationships, and being married or in a relationship is not a big W for them. So again, your perception is your perception. It is just that. It's your perception, and it doesn't define anybody else. He's fucking stuck with me. He is fucking stuck with me. I'm just saying. I'm not going nowhere. I wish you luck in dealing with that tiger. I am not a tiger, okay? I am the best. When Mr. Unicorn wakes up, he's one of those people that wakes up and he's not instantly awake the minute his eyes open, like me. And so I respect that, and I don't speak to him when he first wakes up, because my natural inclination is to be like, good morning, and how are you, and how did you sleep, and what do you want to do today, and how are you feeling, and where are we going, and what do you want to watch on TV tonight? Like, that is my first inclination when he wakes up. But I don't do that to him, because he's not a morning person like I am. So there's that. Oh, you're one of those that thinks that women are beneath men. I see that. That's lovely. That's lovely. You know, your ideals that women are asked to be wives, and your ideals of what women are like, does not define women. It only defines you as somebody who's highly intimidated by very strong, dominant, independent women. Oh, he was just deleted. You wish a woman would claim you, and you get no answer, but they claim her, honey. Well, you should not answer when they call. If they don't want to hang out with you when you call them, then why do you answer when they call you and ask you for money, silly? That's goofy. You should give them the same treatment that they give you, and then they will learn how quickly they don't like that treatment, and then they just maybe would eventually one day learn that they shouldn't treat people like that. I'm just saying. Thanks, Saul. I think we're all so far having a decent weekend? You ain't missing nothing. Exhibit A on the live. Fuck off, fast one. Yeah, I know you're kidding. I, sir, am the unicorn for a reason. So, there's that. Yeah. I don't know. Most women today, from what I see via social media, don't even know who they are as themselves. They just know this version of themselves that they put on social media in an effort to try to attract somebody and be a variation or a version of themselves that they are not. And that's why so many relationships don't actually work. I do not hog the sheets. I do not. Unless it's really cold. But he is also a heater, so there's really no, there's no need for that. I do not hog most of the bed space either. It's a fucking king-size bed. And I am just a mere tiny little elf. Anyways. So yes. And I think the issue is that so many people in our society, men and women alike, are these, there's two kinds of people on social media. Whine and cry and complain about their life and how bad it is and how everything never works out for them and how rotten and so on and so forth. Or there's people who make everything look to be so grand and wonderful, and when it's really not, and that's an over embellisher, and that's solely because they put up this front and this facade when in reality it's quite different. That's why I have, whenever I post, like, I post good, I post bad, I bitch and moan and groan and complain about, shit that is what it is, and it's more in a joking, laughing manner, because when you sign up to be a truck driver, you sign up for the chaos. So I post the good, I post the bad, I post, it is what it is. How does a tiny lady manage to hog a king-size bed? Ask Muscle Nader. He's gonna tell you I don't hog the bed at all. I stay on my side and he stays on his side. Once we fall asleep and we roll apart. That's pretty much how that goes. I'm just saying. Trust me, I know. The only time I end up on his side of the bed is when I'm cold. So there's that. He's too nice. It's why he doesn't tell. He's not scared. Good God. He's not scared of me. He's not scared of me at all. If he's scared of me, he wouldn't let me cook for him. He'd be afraid I was going to poison him. So he's definitely not scared of me. Whatever, Basman. He's not going to type help. He's out getting parts to finish doing the brakes on the truck and shelves in the garage, because he's got man things to do. Just like, I should take something out for dinner. Speaking of, I have woman things to do, I don't know, what should we have for dinner? No one else you'd want to be stuck with. Thank you, Mr. Unicorn. Should we have something with ground beef in it, by the way, since you're on here? Spill oil on the floor and draw SOS. Whatever. What's up, Brent? I think I'm making something with ground beef tonight. I don't know what, but I'm making something. I shall figure it out as the day goes on. Ground beef it is. Copy that, mister. Ugh. Damn it. Okay. Meat goes good with dinner. Right? It's not worse than you thought. Mr. Unicorn is very happy. I don't know why you seem to think it's something different. Fast one. You're ridiculous. You are ridiculous. You just ate. We ate breakfast and then we went to the gym. Oh. I could make soup. Meet you in what? When I'm done, we'll get what? Meet you where? You're gonna get 5 special force trucks to get. Oh, meet you in Monticello. Where am I meeting you in Monticello? Where do you want to eat at? I gotta go to Walmart too, babe. I gotta get those little plastic cups so that I can make pancreas for Chrome. Fast one. He does not need any special forces to get him out. This is not like Operation Save Mr. Unicorn. He's fine, I promise. Yes, Rob is Mr. Unicorn. Monty means he does not. Fast one. Meet you at Walmart and we'll figure it out. Okay, well, let me let Chrome out again. It's actually turning into a nice day today. It's a little bright out here. Ooh, it's breezy. I gotta wear a jacket. Give me that. I gotta go to the pet store too. I gotta get dog food and cat food. Give me the ball. I guess he's playing ball by himself. Too bad that Mexican restaurant isn't in Monticello. Teresa's? Oh, God, their food's so good. I want to go there again soon. We should take the kids. Would you go potty? Or give me the ball. Give me. Fast when you're in Florida, you're not coming to Monticello to save Mr. Unicorn. There's no saving that needs to be done. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I mean, have you not seen any videos of Mr. Unicorn? He is like 3 times my size. He's way taller than me, and he's got like 4 times the size of the arms that I have. You're in a chopper. Whatever. Mr. Unicorn is very happy. Damn it. Can you're in crazy Fort Lauderdale. Oh. Give me the ball! Give me the ball! Give me the She cheap shot him. I do not cheap shot him. Whatever. You make me sound like I'm this big, mean person. I'm surely not. I've got a beautiful... Thank you, lady. Beautiful man. I do have a beautiful man. Woo! Thanks, girl. I miss you. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't talked to you in forever. Ugh. Happiest you've ever been. Absolute facts. See that fast one? He said happiest he's ever been. Absolute facts. You're a tiny force to be reckoned with. Whatever. I'm a fucking sweetheart. Come on inside. Just so you know. Oh, that motherfucker. Go away, bug. Do we have like the worst box elder bug and ladybug invasion? I swear to Bob. Currently dealing with... What? Oh, he's over there taking care of you. Well, at least somebody's taking care of you. I guess I'm gonna have to call you and interrogate you, girl, because like you don't ever call me. I'm not 5'1", I'm 5'5". Get it right. Yeah. What am I doing? What's my name and why am I here? Where's my purse? There it is. I love you guys. All of you. Thank you for showing up. But I'm going to go have lunch with my Mr. Unicorn. Hey. Hey. I appreciate you guys for showing up. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. I appreciate the input when we were talking about trucking and negotiating loads. Whatever. Scott was laughing. Scott laughed when I said I'm a sweetheart. I am. I am like the nicest person ever. Don't even listen to him. Oh my God. Whatever. You like my pupper dogs? Him's a good boy. Scott knows. Scott doesn't know. Although that was a song. Scotty doesn't know. I don't remember what movie it's from, but I remember it. So, finish my coffee. Where are my shoes? Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. All right. You, sir. Be a good boy. He said it's on. Right. Kitty. All right. Oh, where's... Dude, I can't go anywhere without keys. Where did I put my car key? Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. So I'm no good on my own, you guys. I need Mr. Unicorn here to keep things situated. Oh, I need a jacket too. See? Ah, car keys. Where's my house keys? They're in my other jacket. Okay. You're not good without your mister. Yeah, he kind of keeps my freaking life situated. Whatever. I play fair. Okay. So, oh, I need a jacket. I'll wear my work jacket. Yes, I have to go to the Wally World and to the pet store. Ooh. Okay. Anyways. What Fast One said. Of course I'm going to have fun. Yes. I mean, anytime I'm with Mr. Unicorn is a good time. And I don't foresee me going live next weekend because we have the girls and we spend a lot of time with them going places and doing stuff, but not to mention the fact that with as many people that are on the internet and with as creepy as, not you guys are, but you know, some of these people on the internet, with as creepy as they can be, I don't typically post his girls on the internet because I have quite a few followers, you guys, and I don't think that they need to be advertised to the internet. Does that make sense? So with them being here next weekend, I may not be live. So there's that. Lives might start going to every other weekend because they are young. They are 4 and 12, and We're not trying to, exploit them or post them or advertise them or anything of that sort, because we all know how wonderfully inappropriate so many people are on the internet. Family time is important. It is. It is. Last weekend we went to the pumpkin patch and we got pumpkins and they carved pumpkins. So, yeah, probably not going to be live next weekend. And if I am, I will probably be by myself. Just so you know, like if he takes them somewhere to go do something and I don't go. So don't spend too much. I gotta go get these little plastic, like 2-ounce cups with lids, because we have to make pancreas for Chrome. So I'm not gonna get lost at Walmart. I got Mr. Unicorn there to take care of me. So yeah, we're getting ready to take off and go run some errands and meet up with Mr. Unicorn to have some lunch. So everybody have a wonderful day, and maybe I can switch to like a Friday evening live or something. We'll see. We'll see. No promises for next weekend. So if I don't see you guys next weekend, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Everybody take care. And lady, call me. See you guys later.